Good evening. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's do some martial arts, shall we? Let's see. So, like monkey style, right? So, monkey style, the punch is like this. Okay, this is you don't you are relaxed. Your hands are relaxed. So this is like monkey style punch. Okay, so like it's like you have the flies, mosquitoes, right? Just like that. Right? Ah! Okay. Anyways, and also some monkey style martial artists, they use like wrist, just like in crane style. Yeah, like this. Okay, like here, double jaw, like this, or it could be temple jaw. Okay, generally like open palm, right? Yeah, it's right like this, right, right. Yeah, like in Dragon Ball cartoon, like right, right. You're using torso, right, like a spring. Okay, oh, of course you get this, right, right, right. Yeah. Oh, you have this, right? The going after eyeballs. Okay, so yeah, Chinese kung fu it could be very fatal. All right, but it's important that we know why. Yeah, to strengthen our mind and spirit, and also it's fun, good exercise, self defense. But that's more of a pretext because if you have good at martial arts, yeah, it we never get to use it. Okay, if we're very good at it. Okay, so yeah, that's that. So okay, let's take 5 minutes, please. Uh, yeah, yeah. Ah, ah. Mm. Mhm. So before I forget, let me measure that the length of that campaign sign board. Let's see here. How many feet is this? 6 feet. Wow. Okay, 6 feet. How high is this? 4 feet. 4 feet and 6 feet. They gave me extra 1 foot. Okay. Oh, God bless them. That's so nice. 6 feet. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was longer than 5 feet. Okay, so they gave me extra. Okay, God bless them. They're so kind and generous. Yeah, it's 6 feet. It's taller than me, actually. I mean, I'm 5'10". Okay, so that's 6 feet long. Yeah, they gave me extra food. Oh, God bless them. They're so great. Nice. Generous. Oh. Yeah, so I went to hardware store today and purchased a saw. And yeah, so probably this weekend I'll start working on that frame. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do like is make a frame. So 6 feet and 1 inch by 2 inch. Kind of a rather small um wooden rod. I don't know the terminology. 1 inch by 2 inch, okay, and then 6 feet long. One, two, three, and and then 4 feet high. Just one, two, three. On top of that, four. Yeah, I thought about making like flat so that like connecting the two rods. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, we'll keep it simple. So horizontal one, two, three. Vertical on top of that one, two, three. Yeah. So that's the plan. It will be nice and easy. Yeah, we'll keep it simple like that. And some padding, like in the hardware store, I think they sell the pipe insulating foams. It's kind of look like tunnel, some big straw. Yeah, I buy that and the uh And the the webbing, which is like strap for so that I can wear it like a backpack, right? Like my friends told me, okay, in the sign plate, the printing place, okay, and in that strap, yeah, I put that foam insulator so that my shoulder wouldn't get sore, okay. Probably at the bottom of the board, also I put some foam so that it doesn't hit my calf too hard, you know. Yeah, some padding, right? Sounds like a plan. But thinking about it, maybe I should do vertical beams first and then horizontal beams later. Otherwise, it's gonna hit my neck, right? Too hard. Mm, yeah, probably that's better design. Yeah. Mm, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, still designing this frame of the campaign sign, right? Yeah. Okay. That sounds like a good idea. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I kind of overate dinner. So I took some tablet like Gas X. Okay, that works great. So kind of feel bloated, and the beer also helps digestion. Yeah, a little bit indigestion, just a little bit. Yeah. And what else? So yesterday we talked about some controversial topic, right? Yeah. How come in Alaska? Okay. How come African Americans and American natives are overrepresented in population? I mean, prison population. Okay. And the conclusion, logical conclusion, historical conclusion that we came to was that it's that when it comes to exposure to modern civilization, they're kind of young. All right. Uh, Back in the days, we're talking about maybe 1500s or 500s AD. Europe, well, after Asians and Europeans were exposed to civilization, okay, so modern technology, what did they used to do? They used to make a lot of wars. I bet. So, exposure to modern civilization, like modern technology, like guns, firepower, firepower, okay. When Asians and Europeans were first exposed to those things, modern civilization, like modern technology, they abused it. So there were a lot of wars. And wars are nothing but murders and thefts. That's what war is in a massive scale. Colonization or like imperialism is nothing but theft and murder. They're crimes. Okay. Yeah. Now, we're talking about like 1500 AD, 500 AD, those times. Okay. Uh, in those times, I'm sure Africa, African tribes, and Alaska natives were by far more peaceful than Asians and Europeans back in those days. Okay. But nowadays, it seems because Alaskan natives and Africans, they're exposed to this kind of human modern civilization, modern technology later than Asians and Europeans. Maybe they are going through what Asians are and Europeans went through like hundreds of years ago. That seems to be a logical explanation why Alaskan natives and African Americans are overrepresented in Alaskan prison system, Alaskan prison population. Okay, they're still going through those kind of abuse of technology and still adjusting to modern civilization because they're exposed to modern civilization, modern technology hundreds of years after Asians and Europeans were exposed to, and hundreds of years ago, Asians and Europeans they used to be very violent, making wars, which is just crimes. Okay, so and it seems Middle Easterners, African Americans, Alaska natives, I think they are going through that kind of stage that Asians and Europeans went through so several hundred years ago. Okay, like Middle East today, some region very violent, right? Asia was like that, Europe was like that hundreds of years ago. Okay, so they are going through that now. Okay, so yeah, they are in different stage of evolution. That seems to be the logical explanation for it. Okay, yeah. Even in America, Americans used to kill each other. Yeah, civil war, right? And in America, there was also back in just before Civil War, which was 1861 to 1865, right? Before that, between 1830 and 1860, there was huge flux of Catholics from Europe, immigrants from Ireland and Germany, Catholics, okay? And they were discriminated by their religion. So even in America, Protestants and Catholics, uh, they used to kill each other in 1800s. Okay, just like in Europe back in the days, 1800s in Europe. Okay, so Protestants in Europe came to America like 1600s, right? To run away from Catholicism because as Protestants in Europe, they were persecuted by Catholics. So in America now, after 1600s, yeah, Protestants they have now seniority. So later on in 1800s, when Catholics came to America from Europe, they suffer same kind of religious persecutions by Protestant Americans. So Protestants proved themselves to be no better than Catholics. They were intolerant. Although Catholicism, Protestantism, they have the same kind of Bible and they believe in the same God, same Jesus, Judeo Christianity, but they still killed each other. They commit crimes against each other. Okay, in Europe and also in America. Okay, there was like 1800s. Okay, and they were yes mostly white people. Okay, and they commit crimes. Probably by far per capita more frequently so than Alaska Natives and Africans. Okay. How about Asians? They're the same. Okay. Asians, they killed each other. Okay. Chinese, Koreans, Japanese, they used to fight all the time. Yeah. The last empire in Asia, yeah, that's Japanese empire. Okay. How about China? Is it an empire now? Yeah, there's some a little bit, right? They invaded like Tibet and stuff, and hey, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this China China's territorial expansionism. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Okay, uh, but yeah, so there's some criticism against China, from America and from other countries, because I guess they're kind of concerned that China's becoming too big and too powerful, and unchecked power tend to corrupt, right? So I guess, yeah, some criticism against China. Uh, Maybe it's healthy thing for China, kind of like checks and balances. Okay, but when it comes to President Trump's his advocacy of hatred of China, I don't think that's healthy attitude. Okay, so because I see China as America's one of the most important international trade partner. Okay, it's different to hate a country, foreign country. That's different from giving some constructive criticism. Giving constructive criticism, that's not a hatred. That's a love. That's tough love. So it's as opposite as love and hate. Okay, so but giving constructive criticism to China, it's a good thing. It helps China, and if I criticize China constructively, it's because I love China. I do care about them. Okay, so it's out of love, tough love. Okay, so out of caring. Okay, so there's big difference. Okay, all right, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Hmm. Okay. Oh, it's getting chilly. Oh. So nowadays, in my spare time, I'm studying American history, which I find it very, very fascinating. The genesis. Why did I start to study American history? Because I was kind of curious. Has there any American president who was elected as an independent? Well, it was just George Washington because back then there was no party. Okay. Uh, some people speculated that 13th president Fillmore was an independent. Well, kind of yes and no because when he was elected, he belonged to Whig party, Whig, like Tory and Whig in Britain. In America, there was no Tory party, but there was Whig party. Uh, I'm still learning. Okay, what are they about? What's the party platform? I'm still learning. Okay, but he also, I guess, later on he kind of got out of Whig party, and also he ran again as kind of independent. Okay, but he did not get reelected. Okay, and uh, Democratic Party, Mr. Buchanan got elected as Democrat. What year? It's before Civil War. Okay. Mr. Buchanan, the President Buchanan, I think he's like 15th president. Okay. There was 14th president. I don't remember his name. Okay. 15th president, I think he was Buchanan. And 16th president, I think his predecessor, successor, I think he was Abraham Lincoln. Okay. And the Republican Party. Okay? But I don't think he created the Republican Party though. No. Republican Party was its main platform, party agenda, ideology was anti-slavery. There was the Republican Party. Okay, back then Republican Party was pro-black. Okay, Democratic Party, it was pro-slavery. It was anti-black back then. Okay, so southern states, they were mostly before the Civil War. Southern states were mostly Democrats because back then Democratic Party was uh, pro-slavery, anti-black. Fascinating, right? Yeah. But that whole dynamic changed. How? It's called Southern strategy. That happened during 1970s, during the President Lyndon B. Johnson, LBJ. Okay. Civil Rights Act. That's some people call it Southern shift. Okay, so there was a trigger. Southerners became Republicans. Why? Because Democrats they changed from anti-black to pro-black. So Southerners are the kind of the descendants of slave owners. Okay, Southern plantation. Okay, yeah, Confederates. Okay, so they switched to the Republican Party after 1960s. Okay, yeah. I'm not saying Southerners are racist. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just describing what happened in the American history, which is very fascinating. Okay, so and there's some even more stories that I find even more interesting. Uh, Back in President 13th President Fillmore, we're talking about like 9 1854 around that time. Okay, about 10 years before the Civil War in America. Okay, there's this party called Know Nothing Party. Later they renamed it as American Party, something like American Native Party, whatever. Okay. It's not about Native American Indians. It's not that. It's about when they talk about 1980s nativism in America, they are talking about descendants of England, Protestants. Okay, and there was not, we are talking about 1800s, between about 1830 to 1860. The huge flux of Catholics from Germany, Ireland. Okay, and they were discriminated. Okay, so this anti-immigrant immigrationism, that was the main platform of Know Nothing Party. It was very secretive party. So why is the name Know Nothing? If somebody asks them about this party, their answer is, I know nothing about it. Okay, it's because it was secret party. So they are also anti-Irish, anti-Germany, anti-Catholics. Okay, so that's why they're also secretive. Anti-migration. Okay, and that party supported President Fillmore's re-election, which failed. Okay, President Fillmore became president because he was a vice president, and his superior, the elected president, Whig Party, uh, his name, I don't remember. Maybe Zachary Taylor, something like that. Okay, but he died when he was president. Why? How? Some kind of disease, right? Yeah. Some say it was cholera. Some say it was some kind of infection, but he died from some kind of food ingestion, maybe some bacteria. Okay, that's how he died. Okay, so during his fourth year, so Vice President Fillmore became the president, and after 4 years, he went for re-election. I think like twice. Okay, but he did not get elected. But his re-election campaign was supported by Know Nothing Party, later on renamed as American Party or American Native Party, something like that. Okay. Uh, it was very popular in some states, Know Nothing Party, for about 6 years until the Civil War. And Know Nothing Party also they were anti-slavery, a little bit. Okay. There are some famous people who are members of Know Nothing Party, including Morse, Mr. Morse, Morse code. He's an inventor, painter, right? Politician. Yeah, he was a member of that, and also President Fillmore, kinda okay, and some Kennedys. Okay, yeah, and some politicians like something Charles Levin. He was Jewish, okay, and he was like congressman or something, okay, and he was kind of anti-Catholic, okay, so I'm kind of wondering, the popular national level Jewish descent talk show host, Mr. Mark Levin. I'm a huge fan of that gentleman. Okay, he was like, I was kind of, he's Jewish. Okay, and so Mr. something like Charles Levin, he was Jewish too, and he was politician, a member of Know Nothing Party. So I'm kind of wondering, Mr. Mark Levin is a remote descendant of Mr. Charles Levin, who was a politician. Right? I think he was a congressman or something. They're both Jewish. Okay. So I'm not quite sure if they are any related or not, but yeah, I was wondering about that. Okay, I did look up in the Google and I didn't find any connection. Okay, who knows? If I ever meet Mr. Mark Levin because I'm a huge fan. If I become famous, if I ever meet him, I'll ask him that question. Mr. Mark Levin, he used to work in the Reagan's administration in the White House, Washington D.C. Okay, so he's cool. Yeah, I like him. Very smart and hugely entertaining. Okay, yeah, Mr. Mark Levin, radio talk show in AM, conservative talk show. I'm a huge fan. Okay, he's really cool. He's one of my favorite radio talk show hosts. Okay. Some other radio talk show hosts are like Jim Bohannon, Glenn Beck. Both Jim Bohannon and Glenn Beck, yeah, I called to their radio show once each last year. Okay, when I was running for Alaska Citizen. And how about what's that another Jewish gentleman? Yeah, there are a lot of Jewish radio talk show hosts. Okay, they're cool. Okay, yeah, I'm not anti-Semitic ones. No. They're like Dennis Prager. Dennis Prager. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that gentleman too. I think he's Jewish too. Okay, Dennis Prager. And also Michael Savage. I think he's Jewish too. Okay, I like him a lot too. Okay, so, yeah, Dennis Prager, Michael Savage. Yeah, I think they're both Jewish. Mark Levin, and there's one more Jewish radio, conservative radio talk show host. He went to Harvard Law School, and I'm trying to remember his name. Ben Shapiro. I like him too. Okay, Ben Shapiro. Yeah. So you Dennis Prager, Ma- Michael Savage, Mark Levin, and Ben Shapiro. I think they are all Jewish. That's what I recall. Okay, Ben Shapiro. I like him. Okay, but my favorite would be Mark Levin. Dennis Prager. He's cool. I like him. Uh, Michael Savage. I like him too. Okay. Ben Shapiro. I kind of like him. Okay. They're cool. Okay. Yeah. Let's take 5 minutes break. Right? Yeah. All right. And there's another radio talk show that's ran by three male hosts. I forgot their names, like Van Camp and Clarkson, something like that. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that their show too. Okay. Nowadays, I don't listen to those conservative radio shows. Why? I'm no longer Republican. Okay. Um, I'm independent, and yeah, because most of those conservative radio talk show hosts still support Mr. Trump politically. And so yeah, I don't want to hear that anymore. So yeah. But I used to listen to them all the time. Last year. Okay. Okay, what else? So back in the days in South Korea, right, there was this some sports event like baseball, right? Or basketball or soccer, right? And there's this gentleman whose job was to coordinate audience applause, like wow. Yeah. Okay, so I remember that. Yeah, those gentlemen, they're very athletic, so they're like right, like this coordinator of the audience applause in those events, right? They have this whistle, and also they wore white gloves, okay, to make it more visible, I guess. Yeah, and they wear this kind of baseball cap, something like that. Okay, I remember watching in televisions. Okay, so nowadays I do participate like Twitter, like President Trump used to before he was banned. I mean, back in 2016. I'm not talking about 2020, 2021. Those are negative years. I'm talking about 2016. His successful campaign. He used Twitter effectively. So I'm kind of doing that now. He also said many things. Like, I mean, he wrote in his biography some good stuff, like good wisdom, good knowledge. Like, he used media as a free advertisement of his business when he was doing real estate development in Manhattan, and also in the world, in United States, everywhere. She was by and large successful, right? Yeah. So he used media to advertise for free about his business. Okay. He wrote about that in his books, and I did learn it. Okay. So my campaign is kind of modeled after his successful years as a businessman and also as a politician back in 2016. Okay. Yeah. But Mrs. Commissioner, she's modeling after Mr. Trump's failed re-election campaign of year 22, year 2020. Okay. So she's learning the wrong things from bad things from Mr. Trump, and I mean not just her and her people. Okay, Mrs. Commissioner, Mrs. Director, and their people. Okay, not very smart. Okay, President Trump, Mr. Trump, like everybody else, goods and bads. We all make mistakes. Okay, so like some interviews of Mrs. Commissioner. Okay, she said, interviewer, like Fox. You are talking about national level. She's big, very big, giant. Okay, like she interviewed with Fox, Open American News Network, and Newsmax, conservative channels. Okay, and one interviewer asked her, "Hey, Mrs. Commissioner, would you like to get some campaign endorsement from President Trump?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I would like that very much." She's typical Republican Party candidate. Okay, so yeah, she's understandable. Not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, but if an interviewer ever asks me the same question, I'll be like, well, the thing is this, okay? I will gratefully accept his endorsement of my campaign, U.S. Senate year 2022 in Alaska, only if uh, he apologized to Americans for what he did in January 6th. Then I will gratefully accept his endorsement of my candidacy. I learned that trick from President Trump himself. Yeah, art of negotiation. Okay. Yes, give and take, right? I learned quite a lot from him actually. I read his books. Okay, listened to his speeches, and he performed superbly in the debate of 2016, both in Republican primary and also general election. His performance was superb back in 2016. Yeah, maybe he got old. Okay, after 4 years in White House, which can be, I guess, stressful kind of job. Yeah, maybe he got old. Okay. But 2016, oh, he ran a very good campaign. I think he did because he used less money than Madam Secretary Hillary Clinton. She raised more money, but she lost. Okay. Yeah. So President Trump's approach in 2016, he was very caring about common people. Okay. Yeah. He didn't talk like politician. And talking like a politician, I don't think it's a bad thing. Okay. But it was new to politics, and also so he gave people this impression of being fresh, like brand new, something different, refreshing, right? Because he does like straight talk, he talk like us, right? That's why Americans voted for him back in 2016. Okay, but after 4 years, like in last year 2020, he kind of became one of them, right? He's no longer quite connecting with common people, doesn't seem to really care about us, and he kind of became one of them. Yeah, what he called DC swamp. I do not think it's fair to say this Washington DC is a swampy place. I don't think so. Elites in Washington DC, I think they are mostly good people, caring people. I do not think what Mrs. Commissioner called DC insiders. I do not think they are bad people. I think they are patriots mostly. Yeah, they are elites, DC elites, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being an elite. We need them. Okay, they serve good role. They have function. Okay, yeah, institutionalized elites. I don't think they are bad. I think they serve a very important function in society. Okay, and politicians, I don't think they are bad either. I think they are caring people. People are people. They have goods and bads. I think America is doing fine. I can do better, but I think in general America is doing just fine. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes break. Okay, yeah. Now I'm being digested. No, this sounds horrible. I'm digesting. The stuff inside of my stomach is being digested. Okay, gas X, great medicine. It tastes very good too, like kind of cherry. I love the texture. Okay, tablet is chewable tablet. Okay, so I love that stuff. Okay, it's over the counter medicine. Okay, so and also bio health. Yeah, the indigestion problem is gone. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes, please. Oh, so um, in the Twitter, okay, yeah, the today's 2 cents for Pebble, kind of catch name, right? Yeah, that's what I do nowadays in terms of social media. Okay, so like and it's getting some traction. Okay, yeah, that's great. I'm very grateful. Yeah, because we have common interest. Okay, so who are those ladies and gentlemen on Twitter? Are they investors? Many of them. Some of them are in Alaska. Some of them are outside of Alaska. Okay, yeah, they're investors. Okay, and when Pebble Mine get resurrected, which is what I advocate for. Okay, and then they will make good money, and I hope they do. Okay, they don't owe me anything. They already paid for their time. Okay, reading my article, the 10-page paper, white paper, the propaganda paper, pro Pebble Mine paper. Okay, that's what white paper means. White paper means propaganda paper, kind of research paper, but it's biased. That's what white paper means. Okay, there's no racism there. Okay, let me turn off that heat. I don't know why they named it white paper. It's a term. Okay, term of art. Uh, it's like proposal paper. Okay, so what did I write in Twitter today? Yeah, in my spare time, it's like this. Okay, Pebble mine. Well, I'm a politician, so I know how to reframe the issue so that even original opponents to this idea would eventually agree. Yeah, if you reframe the question, actually, I learned about that reframing the question from the as a lawyer. Okay, so it's a concept in the community of trial lawyers. Okay, or trial in general, reframing the question. Okay, yeah, in politics, yeah, I just applied that same concept from trial setting as a lawyer. Okay, because I learned from that setting. Okay, now in politics, yeah, let's reframe the issue. Okay, so in Twitter, I wrote, yeah, I know how to do this. I'm a politician. I'm also a lawyer. So here's what I would say to the opponents of Pebble project. Okay, yeah. Hey, Pebble is not about money. Yeah, it is about money, but it's not just about money. It's also about saving Alaskan lives. Okay, some unflattering statistical data says violent crimes per capita rate is the highest in Alaska compared to other states in America. Okay, so in order to prevent crimes, eliminate crimes, we need to create jobs because idle hands, devil's playground, right? And we also need to make money so that people are well fed, people are happy, they got money, so that they don't become angry or hungry, so that they don't have commit violence, so that they don't steal things. Yeah, we need jobs so that people work and make money. Right? Pebble Mine will be just first of the Alaskan Golden Renaissance. Why Renaissance? Because back in the days, Alaska used to produce a lot of gold, gold rush, right? Yeah, and some other Alaska's big, so some other places in Alaska, I bet there are coppers, gold, molybdenum, whatever. They sell in a very high price, and Alaska is big. Some gold mines here and there. It's not going to affect the pristine nature of Alaska because Alaska is so big. Okay, we still have clean air, clean water, pristine nature. Okay, no problem. Look at Anchorage, very industrialized city. Anchorage. Okay? They have moose. They have brown bears, black bears. Sometimes they come to Alaska, Anchorage downtown. Okay. Yeah, we have modern technology, so we can industrialize some parts of Alaska and still coexist with wild animals. Well, that part I did not write today, but maybe tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, just look no further than Anchorage. They have grizzly bears, black bears, moose, owls, even lynx. Yeah, Anchorage has lynx. The bobcat, okay. Heavily industrialized city, but they have all these wild lives. They coexist. Alaska moose, oh, they roam on the Anchorage downtown sometimes. I saw this interesting footage. Okay, Alaska Anchorage moose. He was waiting on the pavement for the traffic signal, and when he turned green, he walked across the crosswalk. That was so funny. Okay, We are very protective of these wild animals. We love them, right? Yeah. So industrialized city like Anchorage and wildlife, they coexist. It already happened. Because we are very, Alaskans are very protective of wildlife. Okay. Okay. So no problem there. Okay. Now, something I would write like tomorrow or the day after tomorrow is this. Okay. Then, is pebble mine or silver bullet? Can it solve all the Alaskan problems? Is pebble mine a cure-all panacea to all Alaskan problems? Yes. Why? Because Alaska does not have that many problems in the first place. Alaska doesn't have that many problems. Okay. I was surprised and shocked when I first learned about these statistics. That Alaska is the most violent state in America. Well, that was not my experience. I've been living in Alaska for 6 years. My experience about Alaska, peaceful. Okay. So I was surprised. So Alaska does not have that many problems in the first place. Okay. We just need some more money, more jobs, perhaps some entertainment business. Okay. So that people are well fed, happy, peaceful. Eh? And people mine, they will mine gold. Should translate money. So can money solve all the Alaskan problems? Partially. We need more than money, of course. We need education, morality, ethics, perhaps religion too. Yeah, we need all that, okay? But money will help. Okay. It's just part of the solution. Money, gold. Pebble mine we just want the first step to Alaskan industrial revolution, Alaskan golden renaissance. Okay. It will be the beginning of something big and something very good. So I have vision for Alaska. Okay. So yeah, I'll write about that. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, something like that. Okay. Because a lot of kind ladies and gentlemen appreciate what I write in the Twitter. Okay. I'm kind of new to this. Okay. Yeah, Twitter. Yeah, I'm not very good at it. I'm still learning about it. Uh, though I'm a former computer programmer, but all those web softwares, they have their own peculiarities, right? I'm more used to like research paper writing, Microsoft Word, and convert to PDF. Okay, but if I write it, some people kindly and generously download and read those papers. Okay, but those research papers, that's not as easy to read than some tweets. Okay, not as easily accessible either. So yeah, I'm still learning the ropes. Okay, so we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Uh, so that we talked about this Korean gentleman who coordinate the audience applause, right? It's kind of like a Korean version of cheerleader, basically. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's politician's job, cheerleader. Okay. Yeah. So I'm kind of playing that role. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, what else do we talk about other than politics? Mathematics? Well, maybe this weekend. Yeah, this is the willow tree bark vodka. Okay, I good fond of this. It's good. Salicylic acid. Okay, purifies the blood. Right. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Dissolve all the bad cholesterol and stuff. Right. This is Alaska, the horseshoe mushroom vodka. Okay, so I picked them in my yard. Okay, so funky. All right, yeah, funky fungus. Okay, yeah. So I also wrote in Twitter today. Yeah, yeah. I envision the neo Hollywood in Alaska. Okay. By the way, in this neighborhood, this was called Hollywood Boulevard. I do not know why they named it as Hollywood Boulevard. I'm sure there's some history about it, okay? But I do not know. But a couple of blocks away from this house is Hollywood Boulevard. Okay? So yeah, I envision uh, neo Hollywood in Alaska, okay? Because back in the days, we're talking about like early 1900s. Yeah, entertainment business, cinematography, film business, TV shows, they were in Manhattan, New York, okay? But they discovered Los Angeles, California, with plenty of sunshine. It does not rain. It's kind of desert environment. Los Angeles, California. Okay. Warm all throughout the year. Plenty of sunshine. No rain cloud. So yeah, they move in the entertainment business. Moved from New York to Los Angeles, California. Not in like 1930s, 1920s. Okay, during Charlie Chaplin, black and white, that kind of film industry. Okay. Yeah, silent films. Okay. But in Alaska, we have even more sunshine during the summer. It's like in summer in Alaska is we have like it doesn't get dark even at midnight. It kind of get dusky, okay, but it's like in the evening kind of darkness, okay. It's still bright in the midnight, okay. So yeah, it will be great for entertainment business, okay. And Alaskans are very beautiful people, talented, smart people, so there will be no shortage of actors, actresses locally, okay. And we have writers, directors, cinematographers, okay, photographers. Yeah, yeah. Let's make some TV shows. Alaska has a lot of stories, history, great, very rich in history. Okay. Yeah, so just make some TV shows, movies, and air it in local TV shows, local TV channels. Okay. Besides news and weather. Okay. Yeah. Some advertisement revenue, some volunteers. Because acting is fun. Yeah. People love to act as an actor or actresses in their spare time, even without being paid. That's what we did back in the days in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. Yeah, startup actors we did not get paid. Okay, but we still do it. Why? Because acting is fun. It's therapeutic. So it's about education. Okay, yeah, people can have fun without using any violence. Yeah, it's all about education. Okay, learn how to dance, sing, martial arts, learn how to act. We can be happy. Entertainment solution. Okay. So I did talk about that in Twitter. Okay. So I mean, I have to retweet. I mean, tweet. Okay. Because they only allow what? 240 characters per tweet. Yeah. It's their peculiarity, right? So, but it seems to be working. Okay. So, yeah, I keep doing it. Okay. Yeah. Vision for Alaska, right? Yeah. Mhm. So I give out ideas. There's no secrecy here. It's sharing of knowledge. That's one of the reasons I do this political campaigning. Okay, it's not necessary that I get elected. Okay, perhaps incumbents who already were elected and holding offices. Oh yeah, they can read my tweets, my papers, and implement them. Okay, even my political opponents, competitors, if they have better chance to get elected next year. Okay, there are a couple of them. Okay, yeah, Senator Lisa Murkowski, Dr. Agros of Ketchikan, or Mrs. Commissioner, okay, they have way better chance than me to get elected. Okay. Oh yeah, let them read my tweets, my papers, and implement it. I have no problem with that. Actually, I'll be delighted to see that. Okay. It doesn't have to be me. Okay. Yeah, I can just stay where I'm at and just keep cranking out papers, tweets. Oh yeah, I have no problem with that. Okay. It does not have to be me to get elected and actually implement those ideas. No, it does not have to be me. Okay, so I don't. It's not necessary that I get elected. I'm just spreading out those ideas that I learned from people, from books, Wikipedia, web pages, and some of my own little bit. Okay, yeah. I just want to see crimes cease to exist. Okay, it does not have to be me to implement these wonderful solutions. Okay. It could be incumbents or some other candidates. Yeah, it does not have to be me. Okay. I just want to see the world in peace, happiness, prosperity, and yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I'm a Christian. I believe in salvation of humanity. I'm very much Jesusian. Okay. Salvation business. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm very much Christian. Okay. So I believe in humanity's salvation. Okay. Hmm? Yeah. It's not necessary that I get elected for my own personal happiness. Okay, I'm already happy. Okay, yeah, I have a lot to learn, a lot to write in all these papers. Right, my next current project, yeah, the probability theory in court. Okay, there will be the next paper. Population dynamics. Yeah, maybe there will be next paper. Okay, so yeah, but yeah, okay. We'll take 5 minutes. Okay, please. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, we talked enough about politics and stuff. And what else? I mean, I never taken any classes in political science, but it's only in Wikipedia and some other websites. Okay, so I'm kind of learning about it. There's first political party system, second political party system, third and fourth, right? Back in the days, there's a Federalist Party, right, competing with Republican Party. They call it Republican Democratic Party, but they used to call it as Republican Party. Okay, yeah, Federalist Party like John Adams and President was the second president, something like that. And Mr. Alexander Hamilton was like Secretary of State or something like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, and then there's fierce competition, right, between Alexander Hamilton and two guys, Thomas Jefferson and James Madison. Okay, so Jo- John Adams and his employee Alexander Hamilton was the Federalist Party, right? So was Justice Marshall. I think so. His name was Justice John Marshall. I think, yeah. Judicial Review Doctrine. Okay, that guy. Okay, but yeah, the Federalist Party was competing with James, the Republican Party. Okay, it's not different from today's Republican Party. Okay, that's why some historians in America renamed it as Republican Democratic Party. Okay, anyway, whatever. So yeah, just James Madison and Thomas Jefferson. Okay, so and Federalist Party later on disappeared. Okay, so I guess that's kind of like forced uh political party system. Okay, according to American political scientists who did very good job there. Okay, and then there came other parties. Okay, so like Whig Party, right? And then it disappeared later on. And there's modern Democratic Party, Andrew Jackson. Okay, and later on, yeah, modern Republican Party like Abraham Lincoln. Well, he didn't quite create that. He joined it later on. Party was already created. Okay, so yeah, it's a very interesting political history in America, right? Yeah, it was fascinating. Okay. Mr. James Madison, he kind of looks scary, austere, very authoritarian. Okay, his portrait. Okay. Mr. Thomas Jefferson, his portrait, he seemed to be a very smart guy and very strong, firm, right? Very stable, genius kind, right? Yeah, yeah. It's very smart people. Okay, yeah, kind of philosopher king, kind of. Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, kind of philosopher king. Okay, that Mr. Plato 2,500 years ago, the kind of kings that he envisioned. Yeah, philosopher king. Okay, in his book Republic, right? Greek philosopher Plato, right? He said something like, "Yeah, until kings become a philosopher, or until philosopher become a king, there will be no peace." Yeah, Mr. Plato. I think he's a very smart man. Okay, so I like him a lot. Okay, I think he's very smart. But I never read his books from page to page. Okay, I just read a couple of pages, some excerpts. Do I have Plato's book here somewhere? Maybe not. What a shame, right? Yeah. Maybe I buy some, okay? Yeah. That's in my list of things to read. Plato. Maybe I should buy some. Calculus books and chemistry books, physics books, but no Plato, huh? Yeah, what a shame. Okay, I order some Plato books. Okay, but I have some objection. Okay, Greek philosophers like Socrates, like about 500, 400 BC, right? Yeah, pederasty, some ancient version of LGBT, little bit. Okay, so I don't quite want to read their books. Okay, so because they're kind of like a little bit odd when it comes to LGBT issue. Okay, kind of borderline case a little bit. Okay, because I did research when I was writing anti-LGBT, the law of anti-LGBT paper. What year was that? Like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, when I was in law school still. Okay. Yeah, so Socrates, Plato, yeah, they're like pederasty, some LGBT custom of the day, like so I don't think I will order Plato's books because I don't want that in my house. Okay, yeah, I don't want it. They kind of borderline case a little bit. Okay, so I don't want it. Okay, so no, I'm not gonna buy Plato's books. I do not want that in my house. Okay, so well, I'm sorry if I offended you. Hey, we all have these differences, disagreements. People are people. Everybody's different. Okay. Yeah. So tonight or tomorrow in my spare time, yeah, two issues to talk about in this. 2 days, 2 cents for Pebble, right? Yeah, Anchorage, yeah, industrialized city, coexisting with bears, moose, because Alaskans are very protective of wild animals. Okay. Great hiking, mountains, clean water, clean air. Okay. Anchorage, right? Yeah, no problem there. Okay. Yeah, Pebble Mine, it can be still coexisting with salmons. Okay. We are very Alaskans very protective of wild animals. Okay. So second issue, second point. Yeah, is Pebble Mine is silver bullet on a golden platter, panacea, cure all of all Alaskan problems? Yes. Why? Because Alaska does not have that many problems anyway in the first place. Okay. But the little problems that Alaska has, yeah, money can help. Yeah, gold becoming money, jobs, it can help. Okay. We need religion, morality, ethics, education. Okay. Yeah, money can help to achieve those goals. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Probably I'll write about that tomorrow. Now I'm kind of drunk. Okay. Working on digestion. What did I eat this evening as a dinner? Canned tuna and canned sardine. Oh, it was they were good. Okay, so I just ate too much. Yeah. So, when it comes to signage, campaign sign, they will use once in this July 4th parade this year, and one another time next year. Maybe we will use some other occasions, maybe some interviews. I don't know. Okay. If I get invited, some debate, whatever. Okay. I build these frames with wood. Okay. 1 by 2, 1 inch, 2 inch. Okay. Uh, should I use this blunt bolt or some sharp screw? If I use sharp screw, it will be a lot easier because I can use just hand drill, right? Just to drill down. But is there some tool to cap that sharp at sharp point of screws? Screw cap. Let me look it up, okay? Maybe there are, I don't know, screw cap covers. Because the screwdrivers, okay, screw these nails, it's just too pointy, okay, and I don't want to be poked by that nail point covers. I guess there are some, okay. I don't know how they work, okay? Yeah, I'm kind of new in this hardware stuff. Have I built anything with woods? Some friends of mine asked me. Yeah, I have, okay. Some small things like furnitures, reinforcement, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I had some experience with this saw, electric saw, okay. Nails, screwdrivers, screws. Yeah, yeah. I'm not too new in this carpentry. Okay, well, Mr. Jesus Christ was a carpenter's son, right? He was a carpenter. I'm not Jesus. Okay, I'm not son of God. But when it comes to carpentry, yeah, I'm kind of man, right? Yeah, nowadays females they know how to do so. Okay, dealing with woods. Okay, I used to do that somewhat way back when. Okay, but I think it'd be an interesting project. Okay, so framing for this campaign signage, right? Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. Okay, so yeah. Nowadays in my spare time, I kind of think about the design for this frame and stuff. Okay, okay, we'll take 5 minutes break, please. Okay, yeah, yeah. As you can see, yeah, I'm kind of drunk. No problem. I'm at home. Okay, so all right. All right, kind and generous ladies and gentlemen, we can talk about some more interesting history of America back in 1830s. Okay, they were white people. Okay, yeah, people came from Europe, Ireland, Germany. They're Catholics. Okay, and mostly they were poor people. Okay, yeah, working class. Okay, peasants back in 1800s Europe, Ireland, Germany. Okay, and Catholics they came, and there was some concern among 1830s Americans who are already here, white people, okay. And some other white people, Catholics, they came to America between 1930s and 1960s. About for 3 decades, great influx of white people from Europe to America. Okay, there were white people. Okay, white people opposing white people, white immigrants. It's not about racism, right? They're just white people who are already here for 200 years, but what, 7 generations, Protestants, okay? And then some Catholics came to America in 1800s, 1830, between 1830 and 1860. They're white people, they're Irish, Germans, okay, Catholics, okay. So they were concerned, okay, with too many people are coming. So it's not about racist, they're just white people's story, okay. In 1830s, 1860s, between that, okay, 3 decades. So yeah, some Americans were anti-immigrant, anti-Catholic. Okay, so that's the story of Know Nothing Party. There's Wikipedia article about that. Okay, so it's not about races. They're all white people against other white people. Okay, immigration. They try to stop it, block it. Okay, so it's not about races. Okay, it's anti-migrationism. It's not always about races. Okay, so their concern we can understand because uh they're poor people. Okay, Irish, German, Catholics. Okay, so when they come to America, they don't speak the language, English. Ireland, they have their own language. Okay. German, they have German. Okay. Ireland, Ireland, next to Britain. Okay, they speak Irish. Okay. So they don't speak the language. They are white people. Okay, but they don't speak the language. They don't have job. And they don't have money. Okay, so they will have to depend upon other people in America. Social welfare. It may overburden the system. Okay, so yeah, their objection to this brand new migrants, immigrants, we can understand in terms of money, food. Okay, it overburdened the system because agriculture, input and output. Okay, yeah, they produce, it get consumed, but if there's sudden flux of huge people coming to a country without any money, without any job, and they don't speak the language, uh, so too many, all of a sudden, too many mouths to feed. What happens next? Crimes. They start to steal, and they get angry. They become violent. There's just not enough food to feed everybody. Okay, so that's the anti-immigration ism, the rationale, logical explanation of anti-immigrationism. Okay, we're not saying it's right or wrong. We're not saying it's good or bad. We're just describing and analyzing logically. Okay. That's what happened back then. Okay, before the Civil War. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, money helps. Okay. Mr. Jesus Christ, he was rich. He was wealthy. Okay, he took a lot of donations, offerings. Okay, he was like a rock star back in the day. 33 AD, 25 AD, somewhere. Okay, let's say 30 AD. Okay, Anno Domini, the birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, when he was like 30 years old. Okay, he was wealthy. Why? He was a rock star. Okay, he took money from people, offerings. He even took some pennies from poor widow. Okay, although he criticized that kind of practice when it's done by some other people. Okay, so maybe he didn't quite walk the talk. Whatever. Yeah, yeah. Jokes aside. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm offending you. Okay, but Mr. Jesus Christ, I regard him as my friend. So Christian friends, we make jokes. Okay, Mr. God, Jehovah. Yeah, I see him as my father. Do I play jokes with my father? Yes, I do. It's friendly jokes, okay? So, my vodka ran out, okay? Let me get another bottle. I'm horrible. I know. Here I am talking about God, talking about Mr. Jesus Christ, and I'm drinking vodka, okay? Yeah, that's how horrible I am. And I'm running for United States Senate, okay? I am the worst of all, okay? So, oh my goodness. What am I doing? I'm a jokester, trickster. Not trickster, yeah, there's no trickery here. Just jokester, entertainer, class clown, okay. Uh, Well, I'm well behaved, even when I'm drunk, because I learned how to drink correctly, properly, okay. It's Asian drinking education, Asian drinking culture, okay. I learned how to drink from my father, okay. I learned it right, okay. So, yeah. I know how to control myself even when I'm drunk, okay. So sometimes I hit my foot, toes on the feet of furniture sometimes. Yeah. Ouch! No problem. Okay. So what are we talking about here? Yeah, Mr. Jesus, Mr. God. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Jesus. He had this parable of talents. There was back in the days, kind of Israelite Jewish currency, money like dollar, talent. Okay. He emphasized in that parable of talent. Okay. Yeah, trade, exchange, sell. Do not bury your money under the ground. Trade, sell things, produce things, and multiply your income. Jesus, he said that. Parable of talents. Okay. Talent, currency like dollar, okay? Probably same world origin, okay? That's my guess, okay? So, yeah, Jesus said, yeah, I gave this guy 10 talents, $10, and he traded, he produced something, make something, and sold it, and he earned $10. And Jesus liked that. Okay, and he gave $5 to another guy, and he earned $5 more. Great. And another guy, the other guy, he Jesus gave him $1. Okay, but he buried it under the ground and came to Jesus. Hey, Mr. Jesus, here's your $1 because I thought you're harsh kind of employer, so I was afraid. Okay, so and Jesus said, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you could have put in the bank instead of under the ground, under your bed. Okay, you could have put in the bank so that $1 would have made some handsome interest, 1 cent. But you didn't. Okay, I think you're kind of lazy, kind of slothful, lazy. Okay, so yeah, hey guys, take $1 from this guy away from him and give it to this $10 guy. Okay, and that's what Jesus said. Okay, he's pro industry, pro development, pro money. He had a lot of money. He had to hire an accountant. Yet Judas Iscariot. Mr. Jesus had so much money, he had to hire an accountant. Judas Iscariot. Okay, yeah. Mr. Judas Iscariot was Mr. Jesus's money man. Maybe not accountant, first banker, whatever. Yeah, you can cheat a little bit sometimes. Whatever. Stealing a little bit. Writing off. Jesus also talked about that too. Okay, writing off, okay. Wise servant. Yeah, Jesus is pro money, pro development, pro business, pro industry, okay. And that's New Testament. Old Testament. Uh Solomon, he was wealthy, rich. King David, King Saul, all the kings in Israel, oh, they had all the money, okay. Job, Job, Book of Job, okay. He was wealthy businessman, highly successful. Then God sent Satan to him and destroyed his empire, business empire locally, okay. But after Job repented, all right, got double the size of his business and restored, not just restored 100%, it became 200%. He doubled the size of his business. Okay, so Jewish Bible, okay, Judeo Christianity Bible, very much pro business, pro money. Okay, King Solomon once said in Book of Ecclesiastes or Book of Proverbs, yeah, money can do anything. King Solomon said that. Okay, I know Bible like inside and out. Okay, I read it 6 times, cover to cover. Okay. Bible is very much pro business, pro development, pro industry, pro money. Okay, and of course Jesus said, "Hey, you cannot love money and God, mammon and God at the same time." Okay, either you hate, you cannot serve two masters. You have money, mammon, and God. You cannot serve two masters. It's either you love one and hate the other. Okay, you cannot serve mammon, money, and God at the same time. Kind of Jesus-ian exclusion principle, like back in the days, like Paulus exclusion principle in physics and chemistry. Okay, so yeah, yeah, we get it. Okay, but look at investors who pay mine, they lost money. They are not just after money. No, they are believe in Pebble project because it makes sense to do it. Okay, so Pebble will happen one way or another. It will happen next year or 10 years later, 100 years later. It will eventually happen. Okay? And the investors in Pebble project, the stockholders, they are not just about money. Okay, they believe in this project. Okay, because it's going to benefit everybody, not just Alaska, not just America, the world. The gold out there, buried under the ground. We don't want to be lazy. Okay, yeah, we want to excavate the gold and sell it, molybdenum, copper. Yeah, it's not just about money. No, I mean some investors that I communicate with in Twitter. Okay, they have faith, almost religious. Okay, it's not just about money. They could have sold those stocks when Peppermint stock price went down. They didn't. They hold. They held on to it, and they're still holding on to it. It's kind of religious faith because it's going to be good, and I really appreciate them. And I wrote some twitters to express my appreciation. Okay, huh? It's not all about money. No, there's some religious faith in there. Yeah, stock market. Okay, because it makes logical, reasonable, rational sense. Okay, this project would go on, proceed because it will benefit everybody, not just Alaska, not just America, anywhere in the world. Okay, it's not just about money. Okay, they could have sold their stocks. Never mind plunging stocks. Okay, they did not sell their stocks. Some of them they held on to it, and I really appreciate that. Okay, there's some religious faith component to it if you think about it, right? Yeah, and it will be good. Okay, yeah, Peppermint Resurrection Project. It will be done one way or another. Okay, if not by me, by somebody else. It doesn't matter. Okay, it will be done. Okay, and yeah, they will get their handsome return on investment. Okay, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay, we take 5 minutes break. We are mixing politics, religions, business, stock market, some history. Okay, yeah, everything comes together. Welcome to humanology. Okay, anything goes, anything good. Okay, yeah, that's how we do it here. Okay, with it, I adopted that phrase from U.S. Army cadence when we are running in the PT session. Okay, in the morning. That's how we do it here. 6 inches all around. That's how we do it here. Something like that. Okay. I was in the U.S. Army. Okay, yeah. We'll take 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So it's very unexpected development. Yeah, in Christianity, they say God works in mysterious ways, right? Yeah, I never expected this senatorial campaign turn into this direction, kind of business direction. Okay, yeah, I'm no stranger to business language. Yeah, when I was in law school back in the days, Ann Arbor, Michigan, I took a lot of business related classes. Okay, so yeah, I'm very well educated in this business lingos. Okay, AL equation, ALE. Asset is equal to liability plus equity. Okay, liability that's like debt, bonds. Equity more like ownership, stocks. Okay, yeah. I took some accounting classes too, like what debit is left, credit is right, something like that. Okay, yeah, double entry accounting from Italy, Renaissance days. Okay, yeah, yeah. I don't know about that stuff. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of like class reunion. Okay, me and business people and me. Yeah, because I understand their language, business language. Okay, stocks, bonds. Okay, yeah. This is kind of class reunion. Okay, I did not expect this, anticipate this at all. Okay, yeah, this campaign, senatorial campaign, it turned into some business direction. Okay, we are talking the language of money. Okay, yeah, interesting, right? Yeah, politics, interesting. Politics is about business, religion, ethics, morality, common goods. Okay, yeah, also science too, because Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, they adopted this concept, kind of European, Montesquieu, okay, and some John, what, not, yeah, maybe Jean-Claude Van Damme, okay, but yeah, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, okay, some British or continental philosophies, okay, James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, they studied that stuff, okay, good stuff. Philosopher kings, okay, of America. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison. Very cool people, okay. Abraham Lincoln too. Okay. He's a 4-1 student, okay. He loved learning, reading books back in the days, okay. Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, they're philosopher kings, okay. Science kings, scientific kings, okay. Smart people. How about me? Yeah, I know science, I know philosophy, okay. And on top of that, I also know entertainment business. I can sing and dance. I'm I'm also conversant in martial art language too. Okay, I'm not good at it, but I like doing it. Okay, so just a little bit. Okay, so let's wrap it for tonight. Okay, I gotta get back to work tomorrow. Okay, so yeah. Okay, all right. Have a great night. God bless you for generation to come. Okay, thank you. Bye.